Well, guys, welcome for another installment of Limited Paradise. This is going to be our second session. As you guys can see, we're currently waiting for our 4-pack seal of RTR to fire. Unfortunately, they removed more, most of the other queues. There was the AVR queue and the ISD queue. So that kind of sucks, but here we go. Okay, so we are ready for our 4-pack seal. Let's take a look on here. I already see a Hellkite. Not a good Hellkite, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and do a by rarity. So, with this Hellkite, this guy can be really massive, but it's just having to get to 6. I'm not sure if this guy's probably going to be the best for the format itself. The format tends to be a lot faster than a 6-pack sealed. But I mean, if you can land this guy, he sticks. The only thing is, he dies to Ultimate Prize, Celestian Charm, many factors out there. So, I mean, we have a pack rat. I hear this guy's really good. There's a Death Presence, and there's a Righteous Authority. I just saw a video by Frank Lepore where he drafted this card because apparently it's his pet card. It was pretty funny. But yes, I agree with him. This card can be pretty massive, pretty quickly, and I mean, the benefits that it gives you just gets pretty crazy. It's just the fact that you have to have a dedicated deck for it, and that's the only theme. But let's take a look on here. So, I mean, we either blue, white, black, possibly, or maybe black, red, blue, white. As far as I saw concerning lands, we have the Isigil Gate, the Golgari Gate, and the Celestia Gate. So, I mean, when it comes to that, we are good to go on those aspects. So, 2 Street Sweepers. Man. Last time I played this guy, I was actually pretty happy with it, especially if you run it into the mill deck. Unfortunately, he's a little too slow for it. We have a Saurus K Rune, which is good. See what we have in the white department. This card's really good. Combat tricks are always a plus. I happen to like this card. 2/2 for 2. That definitely on TikTok enchantments I'm in. A lot of people don't like Avenging Arrows. I think the card itself is good just because you can block with anything, let your guy live, and then just Avenging Arrow their creatures. You don't necessarily have to take the damage yourself. So I think that's very important. There's Rootborn Defense. I mean, everyone knows this is good, especially on a dedicated populate deck. It's insane. I happen to like this guy. He's a 2/3. I don't know. I just happen to like him, especially in the format. There's a lot of 2/1s, stuff like that. So this guy's able to play good on defense as well as offense. So I'm big fan. This guy, well, there's really not much you can say. The guy's really good. So his ability's insane. It comes down at the right time. So definitely a big fan of this guy. Sentence Adjustment. Not much to say here. Card's good. Museum Skin. This card's really good. At first I wasn't too sold on it, and then I saw a couple drafts and saw some people utilize this, and yeah, it can get pretty crazy pretty quickly. So I'm a big fan of it. Card's alright. Dedicated mill, non-dedicated mill, it's all 2/1 for 2. I'm a big fan of this card. I mean, able to detain a creature, also cantrip all over it. Tower Drake is good. Cancel. I mean, like, it can be used, it's just not my favorite thing. Right Wing, I like this card. I mean, just be able to kill something and then still cantrip. And then this card's really good. There's no question about it. I mean, he's unblockable, able to detain something, so big fan there. Here we have ultimate price. I mean, removal's always good. This guy's not bad, especially you don't even have to unleash him and he can just block something all day. Pack rats, spack rats. Mine Rod, I'm pretty big fan of it. I think it's a good card. Launch Party, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it is removable. Awesome. I think it's good if you have a dedicated deck that's making lots of tokens. I think it could be really good on that end. You know, just take your random token, toss them at something. So it's not bad on there. Let's see, this card, meh. Like Trickery, depends on what you're playing against. It could be good. Gorehouse. I mean, Gorehouse, I'm not gonna touch on it. The card's good. Everyone else is good, so there's no question on it. Yoshino Racketeer, I'm a big fan of it. Especially a lot of times, you know, you just have something just sitting on there. Just get rid of it. You know, a land or something, so able to go ahead and loot, it's always good. Annihilating Fire, not much to say there. Card's good. Govern Raleigh, card's good. Card's not that impressive, but I mean, whenever you need it, it's there, so doesn't hurt. I mean, it would just get your opponent down to 5 and then just knock him in the head, so it's good. This card's not bad. And I forget who it is, but they pointed out the fact that a lot of people don't like drafting this card. It's always, you know, one of late picks, but they'll pick up real quickly a Steed, which is the first striker, Haste with Unleash. I mean, the card is essentially almost the same, except without the first strike. I mean, which, let's be honest, it's a great ability, but still, this card is really good. And the big guy. 6/6 for 8. I mean, red black is not looking bad, but still, I'm not sure if I really want to go to Udvara. This card, meh. Card can be very useful. Not a big fan of this guy. It's a Guardian. Can never go wrong with a Guardian. Croc, I'm a big fan of Croc. I like his ability, especially if you can put equipment on him or any kind of enchantment. He goes to work. These two guys, I think they're okay. I mean, they're not insane, but they're not bad either. So, and then you can scavenge. Always good. I guess these two guys with this would be insane, but I don't think that anything justifies playing Death's Presence. Then let's take a look at our mixed colors. We have Sundering Groves, Quarters, Celestial Charm, Call the Conclave, Vassal, Rages, Search the Warrant. I'm not a big fan of Search the Warrant, or Search Warrant. I guess like turn 2 you can take a look and see where your opponent's going with it, but not a big fan of it. New Prof Guild Mage, Dramatic Rescue, Weird, Crackler, Spawn's always good, and then Scorpion. Wow, this is an interesting thing we have going on here. Essentially, we could go green-white based on the cards we have, but I don't think that's going to be the best combination. We could go blue-white, but then at that point, you're not playing Pack Rats in Ultimate Price and the launch parties, which I think that's a mistake there. But just red doesn't seem that insane. At the same time, though, I do have to remind myself the format that we're playing, the amount of cards. Tank creatures, that's the only problem. I guess tank creatures along with a pack rat. So your lands are just more creatures, more pack rats, and then you'll have the launch party. But I think if you play pack rats, then maybe you don't play the Udvara Hellkite. Just because, and maybe these guys, well, you have to play them because you need 17. But the chances are that you're not going to get that far into it. I mean, this actually doesn't look bad. It's just a fact of the guys that you're going to... Because let's be honest, I mean, once you're making pack rat tokens, you don't want to be launch partying those tokens. That's kind of productive there. I mean, you have a Golgari Gilgate, but is there anything green that you would want to, I guess, like, Croc? Just doesn't seem worth enough to actually, like, splash for it. This doesn't look bad. I mean, you have plenty of removal here. I'm actually liking it a lot, but you always gotta play devil's advocate, right? So here, let's take a look. We're just gonna add everything, and then from there, just take away what we need. Dramatic Rescue, this guy. I mean, 9 creatures. Which, I mean, if you go that route with 9 creatures here, you literally are winning on the back of Spirit Righteous Authority. Like, pretty much. Or any creature with Righteous Authority. I mean, oh, sorry, I did forget Kyrian. So, we take out 1 random card in here. I mean, you can play the Street Sweeper. You do have Street Sweeper in your hand. So, I think you want to take out the tricks. You're going to have... See, it's even hard taking out stuff here, because you're going to need the arrows. You're going to need the missing skins. So, I mean, here, you don't... I don't think you can even take anything out. I don't think you even played the Sweeper. So you're going to be able to need to defend your guys. And with this, it's fine. You can still run the 13 lands in this. So essentially you have 10 creatures. And then you're in the back of this guy. Seems alright at best. I mean, I guess you can... Oh, if we had an Azorius, then yeah, this would be splashable. Nine creatures, you have removal here. Essentially have 10 creatures with the potential to be able to make more of them. And play Druid's Deliverance. Just doesn't seem that good in my opinion. It might be the right play. I mean the wrong play, but I'm all in on this plan. Again, this is pretty much here we are. It's gonna be a work in progress here. See what we can do. I mean, some of our smaller creatures we can launch party away. Some of the other stuff we can actually. We're fine, I think. 10 creatures. We have removal. Actually, Goblin Rally seems perfect because you just Goblin Rally and starts launch partying those guys. Electricity would be the only relevant thing we can actually. Trying to see if there's anything that is worth splashing. Nothing seems worth splashing in my opinion. I mean, we can still play the Is a Gate, which will give us another source for this guy, and then it allows us to be able to maybe like board in Missing Skin or something like that if we need it. So. Five eight seems fine. We only need one black, although I feel that we need to hit our black. It's just I'm actually getting the feeling that 13 lands might actually be too much. 12 might be the key here. If it wasn't for Udvara, 12 would be the key. But you have to play that guy. The guy's a bomb. Maybe some kind of Golgari Celestia would have been better. We'll see. I feel like I need another swamp. Yeah, we need that swamp early. I feel like I still can play Electricity. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so we are waiting for our match to start, and here we go. Again, average shows MTG. Here we go. See what we can do. Oh, and this is what I didn't want for it to happen. I'm not gonna mulligan. It's a slow hand, but all we need is to find a swamp. I'm not gonna mulligan. I'm gonna try it out. And no swamp. So launch parties without creatures. This is outstanding. black cards without swamps. Poet was not the hand to keep. Probably an aggressive mole might have been better. But, oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, wow. Isn't that lovely? Sometimes you just open good stuff. And sometimes you keep bad hands. And it read my mind. So pretty much, we're fine here to a certain extent. Here what we need to do is, at some point he's gonna try to, he needs 2 on-top creatures. So at some point he's gonna have to make enough creatures. We're still fine. All we need to do is just rally and then hopefully hit a black source so we can start on launch parting away his creatures. So when it comes to that, I'm still fine. We're gonna have some chump blockers as well. So hopefully we're still gonna be able to rally. We're gonna probably go down to like about 8. Possibly. So he's not finding any other land sources. So we're good there. And there we go. So I'm actually going to gladly take 4. It just depends if he hits a land here or not. Okay. So good. I will gladly take 4 here. Which is fine, because here he needs 2 creatures to be able to activate this and the 5th land. First, he needs to hit 5 lands. So when it comes to that, we're just waiting for him to hit the 5th land. He's going to try to go on the offense here. So that means he has a creature to play. And he's going to detain my guy. Which at this point I'm absolutely fine with. Here, I think what I want to do is attack, see if he blocks. Because I want him to activate that. He needs more lands here, so he's gonna go ahead and attack here. Okay. I guess here I could mine Rodham, but that just seems bad. It could unleash this guy. I think the play to unleash the guy was the best concerning that. Especially, maybe not, but we'll see. He's definitely digging for the lands. And then, here we go. And then there was a pack rat. And nothing was the same afterwards. I mean, you could argue that a Poe should have attacked here, get 2 damage in, but not so sure. I feel like he has some tricks. So, I mean, I'm gonna see what he has here. So now I feel like he has nothing. But we'll see. That, my friends, was a good one. And I feel that probably mind rotting him here might be good. Makes him discard 2, gets him down to 4. I mean, he definitely has good cards in hand. But we'll see. So, our opponent definitely opened really good cards. Like Smiter, Supreme Verdict, this. I guess, do we just launch party on here? Maybe not. I guess we can launch party, get in for 2. Huh. I mean, you could technically say we can launch party on here. Hit him for 2, 4. He's only 2 damage away. I mean, there's a lot of things that can win us the game here. Oh, cancel. Launch party on this guy. And then my Rodham. I mean, at this point, whatever he plays, it kind of makes it a little bit harder. Okay. I mean, we have way too many outs. So we should be fine. And avoid Wielder. Man, this guy's full of tricks. Here he can tap too. Maybe that was the wrong play for me to play this guy unleashed. I probably should have played him back normal, because okay, so he has a creature. That seems like the wrong play, in my opinion. I would have probably held these two guys back, tap the 2, because now he doesn't have that. I mean, he's down to the mercy of whatever. Also a minor sense. And explosive vegetations. So, here's the thing. Possibly we're playing too many lands. That could be a thing. That could easily be a thing. That we're possibly playing too many lands. Not enough threats? Maybe. But there's nothing that we can add that will help us. Going a third color would be horrible. If you're going a third color, you're adding that guy. And that guy. I feel like maybe 12 lands might be the best. But then, oh no. We have an 8 drop. We need a 13. Oh, let's go. Let's do this. We're on the draw again. I'm not highly dissatisfied with our deck, but let's be honest. We could have opened better. So, if you don't open better, what's the rule of thumb? We play better. Which, I mean, maybe pack red was not the way to go there. Another thing too, I probably didn't read my opponent correctly. Especially when my opponent went ahead and attacked with both of the creatures. I feel that I should have been able to read that and block the 2/4. Now, those are things of the past. We're not in the future, and the future says things are good. So we're definitely not mulliganing this hand. It would have been amazing if we were on the play, but yeah, things happen. So let's do the best we can. We're not gonna mulligan this. We're all in. I mean, we have so many plays. So many plays. Oh, and plays just keep on getting better. So we're gonna start with the red here. I'm gonna cast this guy. Yes, we're gonna unleash the crap out of him. We're gonna go turn 2 pack rats. Turn 3 probably fill something down. Let's see what he has. Detain guy. I saw that coming from like a mile away. I feel like he got a hand with most of his colors in it. I feel like probably... Okay, so here's the tricky thing. We could sandbag this card, because it's so good, and then just go on like the aggro plan, and hopefully we'll get him to verdict, and then we can play this card and then go for real value, or we can play this card now and then just push for a verdict and sit on the back of these 2 guys, which might be a better play. So whenever you have a pack rat, you pack it up. Yes, I am that horrible that I say things like that. And our opponent has a pithing needle. My God. So we know what he's naming pack rat, which I mean at this point, so here I think the play is trickery that guy. So a good argument could be said to play this guy, but I feel like he has he could have the Lance Force with Prime Verdict in hand, so and then we would have nothing. Freaking thin needle. Oh, this guy's full of them. Guys, this only happens in Magic, where your opponent has Pithing Needle and great stuff like that. And sometimes you just unleash a regen guy. You let him go do some work. And if your opponent is trying to get us to back up as much as we possibly can into him, so he can just bid us farewell. Okay, so here's the tricky part. We could hold back on Viashino, Racketeer, and then... Okay, so here's the thing. We could play Racketeer, ship the Swamp, see what we draw, and then maybe force them to Verdict, leaving us with this one guy, and then we're able to then swing, put him at 7, or maybe force him to Verdict now. But the thing is, if he has the Spirit guy, we don't want him to force us to only attack with 2 creatures. So I think the call here... Which, I like what we drew way better. Because if he only has the other guy... Okay, our opponent has nothing. So I feel pretty confident to just lay down the law here. And he is literally dead. Maybe. Okay, cool story, bro. Who are you blocking? So I need to work on this. Destroy your guy. So my guy did what he was supposed to. He has to have a guy and Verdict here to maybe possibly trade next turn. I mean, he could have Apparition Verdict, which is still fine because I'm still able to regen the guy, then swing, make him trade, play this guy, play the Gorehouse, and then go from there. So I mean, this game is pretty much over. I'm pretty happy with the deck we won. So we were going to, let's see, yep, pretty much game was over there, or there. So yeah, we definitely had sufficient goods. And we would have had our 8 mana for Udvara. I like it. I like where we're at, guys. So round 1 is officially over. There's still 2 matches on the go. We did some work. Definitely see you around round 2. Don't go too far away.